Once again, welcome to the African Baseball Network. I'm here at the Nationals, where we're covering the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. Standing next to me is Mr. Chang. Hi, Mr. Gillian. Welcome to the Nationals.
Thank you.
I was going to extend a warm greetings from the African Baseball Network. We are a very young organization trying to promote baseball in Africa and also trying to give opportunities for the young player out there to live the dream, to be out here today as we are. So far, how is your season going so far?
Our season's been not so good. You know, I have both DC United. This is my DC United home. DC United is doing very well. Unfortunately, the Giants are not doing very well this season.
Well, we hope that the Giants setting will do pretty well. You know, hopefully, you know, the season is not over yet. But so far, we've seen some good baseball, and it's a lot of events happening. What do you make of the past events that happened in the Giants?
Well, this year has been a special year because Barry hit the all-time home run, beat the Hank Aaron record of 755, and he's now at 761. So that has been very, very exciting with the home run chase. And we also hosted the All-Star game in San Francisco, so that was very, very exciting this year.
What was that like for you having the All-Stars in San Francisco?
Well, you know, there's 30 teams, and we rotate the All-Star venue. And so it's once every 30 years type of event. So it was quite exciting to be able to host the All-Star game in San Francisco this year.
That sounds really awesome. Well, I know. Do you have any perspectives from your end about international baseball, about developing baseball in Africa? Because basically what we hear is we know that baseball is trying to gain momentum out there, but for some reason the resources are very lacking. They don't have the necessary tools, they don't have the necessary requirement, the proper training that they have, and the outlets out there are very tremendous. What do you have to make? What is your opinion about baseball being an inclusive game and also developing in Africa?
You know, since I'm both involved in soccer and baseball, and in most other parts of the world, it's football. And in football, many of the European clubs have gone to Africa to set up training camps, soccer academies. In Major League Baseball have gone to Latin America, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, to set up academies, and I think we ought to be able to do the same and promote the game by setting up academies and finding talented players so that they can play in professional baseball.
I mean, I couldn't add more to that. That just sounds like a wonderful plan. But so far, it's been very difficult to realize such a dream, because maybe the financial resources are not there, or maybe the access to the resources are not really given, or the opportunities. Are you willing, like, being that you're a big fan of soccer and given that you're also a big fan of baseball, are you willing to support an initiative that will reach out to those children out there in Africa?
Well, you know, the European clubs have been there. This is my first year as an ownership of DC United, so I have to learn what some of the European club has done, but I know European clubs have gone to Africa and set up academies. In fact, we have one player who's a striker, Guy Capeni, who's from the Ivory Coast,
yeah.
And I think he's going to be very, very good. So, you know, we do have connections in Africa. We used to have a player from Ghana. So. Yes.
From Ghana.
Yeah, but he was too good to stay in our league. He's now in Portugal playing for Benfica.
Yeah, Benfica.
Yeah.
Benfica de Lisbon.
Yes. You
know, it's quite a coincidence because I was going to say the Vice President of Operation for the African Baseball Network, Mr. Francois Ngongo Baya, is based in Ivory Coast.
Ah, okay.
So this would be a tremendous initiative to establish some kind of work with us, because not only are we established with over 34 baseball and softball federations in Africa, but eventually we're also looking to bring more resources out there that will give opportunities to companies like yours and organizations like yours to prosper directly, you know, to have initiatives out there and with productive results. Would you be interested in something like that?
You know, what we need to do is to find players from Africa, like Guy Capeni, to be one of the best players in Major League Soccer. You know, just like the other striker from Ivory Coast, you know, Drogba. We need players like that, that becomes goodwill ambassadors, because it's very difficult for people to be, you know, going to somewhere that they've never been before. I've never been there before. So it's very difficult. So we need goodwill ambassadors like Guy to take us there.